Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, there are a lot of benefits to mushrooms, and the best place to buy mushrooms here in our community is at Knapp Harvest, and we've got the expert on the subject, Cary Hogan, joining me on the couch. Good morning, Cary.
Good morning. Yeah, we're going to continue our talk about healthy habits for January, and I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to everybody else out there. But, we have so many things to offer at Knapp Harvest and through Knapp Ranch and our farm that are really, really healthy for you. Last week we talked about honey benefits.
Yes.
This week we're going to talk about the mushroom benefits. Amazing. First of all, we grow these mushrooms up at the ranch, at the farm at 9,000 feet. They've got a beautiful view, so they're happy mushrooms.
They are happy
and
mushrooms.
the happy mushrooms are good mushrooms, but really the properties of mushrooms are amazing. So they're, let's just see, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-cancer. It helps with your blood pressure, high blood pressure. It helps with cholesterol. It helps with your immune system. It helps with your heart, your cardiovascular system. It helps support your brain. I'm probably missing some, but I think I got to 10. That's enough to put mushrooms into your dishes. I mean,
Right.
They're incredible. And at Knapp Ranch, we grow them fresh. If we don't sell them all fresh, we dry them, and we also powder them. So you can get mushrooms in every form you want. We don't waste a thing on these precious things. I mean, they're really, really delicious and good for you, but they are dear. I mean, they're not cheap. So you want to definitely make sure that you are cooking them right and including them. And, they're a great meat substitute. They're
Yes.
hearty and healthy. The mushrooms that we grow, we've got lion's manes, we've got the oyster mushrooms, which are the black pearl oysters, the white oysters, the golden oysters, the blue oysters.
Yes.
So quite a few different selections. You can see that beautiful basket with the farm in the background. That, of course, was a few months ago. It'd be a little snowier now. But those mushrooms live a happy life. And when you want to, use, if you don't have fresh and you want to use those dried, you just reconstitute them with a little bit of water and you cook them the same way you would. So you can store them for longer than the fresh. Now the powdered is great for your smoothies. So the lion's mane, which is really well known for brain function help, which since I forgot my earrings and other things this morning, I've really been adding that every morning. But it also, you can add them to your soups, the powdered. You can add them to your soups and casseroles, rice, anything, just to give it that umami mushroom flavor. So really delicious. We're proud to have them on a lot of the menus in the fine restaurants.
Yes.
If you look at us on social media, you'll see a Splendido dish that's beautiful. We have them at 10th Mountain Division. Latour just picked them up. All of our favorite restaurants, Vin 48, look for Knapp Ranch mushrooms. We also grow microgreens as well, and we'll probably talk about that on another segment of how healthy those are too. But you can find both of those on menus around the valley. And I encourage you to support them and also to eat mushrooms. It's just, and if you don't like the taste of mushrooms, I know there's plenty of people out there that don't like the fungi.
Yes.
The dried mushrooms you cannot
Taste.
So in your smoothie, you'll still get the benefits. In your soups and salads, you'll get a richer flavor, but not necessarily that mushroom flavor. So again, I can't be on a bigger high on that's a weird way to say it, on the mushrooms. But anyway, they're just really, really popular right now. There's a movie out here called Fantastic Fungi. I really encourage you to watch it. It's beautifully filmed, for one, but it also just goes into all the benefits, and we are fungi. That's where we came from. That's where we'll go to. So it's beautiful, beautifully done, and shows you all the benefits as you go through life. So really encourage you to come down to Knapp Harvest, check out these beautiful mushrooms, and buy them in any one of those forms, and add some health to your life, a little more health.
I mean, you had me at it's a great meat substitute.
It's true.
Because I don't eat any red meat or pork, and so there are so many incredible dishes that, of course, have the red meat and pork in it.
Yep.
And I'm always substituting it for turkey or chicken. And recently I've been like, wow, I could substitute this for mushrooms.
Mushrooms, good for you.
And it's amazing.
Isn't it? They really do have a big hearty taste that takes that, whatever it is you're craving for that meat, it really helps fill that in, and it's delicious. I agree. And the lion's mane, if you cook it right, now I cooked it wrong the first time I made them, but the lion's mane is a little bit different than the other mushrooms as far as preparing. You thinly slice them, you put them in a hot pan with oil, quickly flip them, and it tastes like crab or some kind of seafood. It's just delicious. So I encourage you to come down to Knapp Harvest and check it out.
Well, not only do you guys offer all of these delicious mushrooms, but then if maybe you're a terrible cook like I am, then you have already prepared delicious meals that people can get for the whole family.
You're right. From Second Nature Gourmet, it's all organic. And again, when you're spending your money, calories are energy.
Right.
And you can spend your money on calories that really help your body, or you can spend your money on calories that just fill your body. So again, there's a big difference. And Marla at Second Nature uses a lot of our mushrooms in some of her dishes. So, in the microgreens and some of her salads. Her soups are delicious, and I love throwing a little microgreen on the top just for a little fresh and also extra nutrition. But, all sorts of seasonal veggies down there. We talk about apples, and we must have 8 or 9 different kinds of apples.
Yum.
All from Austin Family Farms. We love that farm. And then they introduced us, it's either a relative, it's a brother or relative that has the Arizona citrus farm. So we just sneak across the border. We try to keep everything Colorado. We snuck across the border to Arizona for that beautiful citrus. Because this time of year, when it's ripening, nature knows we need vitamin C. It's amazing. So if you look and eat seasonally and you look for those seasonal vegetables, they're at the top of their game. In other words, they have all the nutrients that you need, and especially for winter, for your immune system and things like that give you extra benefits to help fight all the different influenzas and things we have
all
around.
the things that are going around right now.
I don't even want to say the COVID word, but I just did. But yeah, the more you are proactive about your health, the less you have to be reactive about your health when you get something. So it's just better. And we were talking last week about honey, what a great benefit that is, and that tastes pretty good.
Yes.
So to me, to be able to add all those nutrients to my body and have it taste good, as in the case of the mushrooms and in case of the honey, I'll take that anytime over some nasty pill that might cause all sorts of side effects. I don't want to be suicidal.
Right.
So there's a lot of those things that you just go, let's look to nature first.
Right.
And it really is empowering too, to take that and that understanding, that education, and feed your family from that, and really watch them, and then they're healthier than the other kids running around. And besides, you're also protecting them against the other kids that are running around that don't have an immune system that are going. So I just really encourage people to look locally, because that means that the vitamins and everything else are as fresh as possible. If it's coming all the way from Chile, it's going to lose a lot of its nutrients by the time it gets to us in the United States. Yes, it looks ripe, but it had to do its ripening in trucks and boats. So it's
Right.
not ideal. And so when you have a choice, think about it.
Choose Knapp Harvest.
Knapp Harvest, we'd love to see you.
Now, if people are interested in coming in and getting their hands on all of the great products that you guys have, from what we talked about last week to the mushrooms that we're talking about this week, where are you guys located and what are your hours?
So we are in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road, and we're next to Color Coffee. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 till 6, and Saturdays and Sundays, 10 till 4. We're an indoor farmers market. As you know, we have
Yes.
all sorts of vendors that you would find at the Vail Farmers Market, Caleb's Catch, Vail Meats, Decadence Cheesecakes, all of those kind of things. But we're open 7 days a week, and we're here all year round. So come visit us at Knapp Harvest. We'd love to see you. Eagle's a fun place to come visit. If it's not a great snow day, or that some of the group doesn't want to go, come to lunch in Eagle and go shopping. It's fun.
I was just going to say, you can start your morning at Color Coffee Roasters,
There
have
you
some
go.
of their delicious overnight oats, do all of your fabulous shopping right there at Knapp Harvest.
Good idea.
Because you guys have the honey, you've got fun little like knickknacks for the kids, you have adorable clothing that helps save the bees.
It's true.
You guys have great fresh flowers that you can get on site, and so you can make your own bouquet for maybe yourself or someone you love, and there's no better way than self-care with some flowers.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, all of the honey products.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And, you know, our beekeeper works really, really hard along with our bees. And she makes soaps and lip balms and creams out of those products that come from the hives. It just couldn't get better than that. I don't know how else to say it. And our little bees, by the way, are tucked away, and we were talking about them yesterday and you know, planning for spring. So in a beekeeper's world, there's always something to do.
Well, and especially in a beekeeper's world up here in the mountains, because I was just reading this book that I learned so much about bees.
Oh, that's right. I'm getting that book.
Right, and one of the big things was how to, like, you have to fully protect your hives, you have to insulate them, you have to give them basically enough food to last, and they create the food obviously themselves.
Right.
But then I was like learning in the book, a beehive gets taken down by a bear, and then they like teach you how you have to rebuild it. And so you guys have to work really hard.
Really hard. I'll tell you one thing, there isn't a hive up here that doesn't have an electric bear fence around it.
Oh, right.
It is not worth our time. The bees will just definitely get, you know, attacked by the bears. Now, the one thing I will say is that most people think because of Winnie the Pooh that they're after the honey. But bears are actually after the little nurse, the pips, the little baby bees while they're in their little cells, because they have so much protein and carbohydrates that the bears need to make it through the winter.
Wow.
So it's interesting, you know, they're bears. They're doing what nature
Wants them to do.
do. So, you know, I kind of want to share with them, but they're just so mean. We can't do that.
Right. Cary, thank you
You're
so much
welcome.
for coming in, giving us all this great information
You're
first thing
welcome.
this morning, and really helping us kick our new year off in a healthy way.
I hope so. Let's get after it.
We're working on it. Make sure that you make your way down to Knapp Harvest. You get your hands on their delicious mushrooms and all of the other great products that they have down there, because they really will help you reach your New Year's goals of being more nice, more gentle to your body and everything that you're putting in it. So make sure that you go check them out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.